welcome to Barre with Mary. Today we have a core and inner thighs focused class. So this class is going to be about 30 minutes and it is going to be quite effective. I think your inner thighs are definitely going to be talking to you by the end of this class. For equipment, we are going to be using a small ball. So this is just a traditional Pilates ball. You can find this pretty much anywhere. It's pretty affordable. But if you don't have a ball, don't worry about it. You also could use a beach towel that you roll up to about its width. It's not going to be as effective for some of the exercises, but will 100% work and you will still get a great workout. So once you have your equipment, join me on your back. Laying down on your mat, the ball can just be in your hands. We're going to start by bending the knees and taking the feet wide. Just go ahead and bring the arms out into a cactus shape, holding the ball in either hand, it doesn't matter. And we'll just windshield wiper the legs from side to side, nice and slowly to start. Just opening up through the hips, through the low back. Nice little twisting motion here for the mid-spine. We're going to take some twisting work in our abdominal work today. So just starting to get that motion, that feeling. One more time to either side. And then meet me at center. Walk your feet into their hips distance. Leave the ball where it is for a moment and let your knees come into your chest, giving them a little squeeze. Just opening up to the front of the thighs. And take your hands to the top of the shins and start to trace circles here. Either direction does not matter. We'll go both ways. Letting the low back get a little bit of movement, a little release, opening up the inner thighs. Reverse your circle. And then just take a moment here, hug the knees up towards the armpits, grabbing a hold of the front of the shins, and just getting a gentle opening through the inner thighs, through the hips, maybe finding a little movement here. One more big breath, inhale. As you exhale, grab your ball, plant your feet hips distance and bring the ball in between your inner thighs, squeezing it in, letting your arms come to rest at your side. So to start, I just want to flow between two positions, both of which will help us to activate and get ready for our first series. So on your inhale, lengthen your spine. On your exhale, squeeze the ball, lift your hips up, find a bridge position, drawing the thighs in on the ball. Inhale, lower your hips down to the mat, keep your hips down. Exhale, squeeze the ball, hug the abdominals down, float the legs up, tabletop position. Inhale, lower the legs. Exhale, squeeze the ball, hips lift, bridge. Inhale, hips lower, hips stay down. As you exhale, squeeze the ball, hover the legs up, tabletop. Keep going just like that. So as we lift the hips, we're coming to this extended hip position, opening up and releasing the hip flexors. And as we lift the legs to tabletop, we're coming to a contracted hip position, right? So we're engaging the hip flexors. 2 more times. Inhale, lower. Exhale, squeeze the ball, hips lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, tabletop. Last time all the way through. Inhale, lower the feet. Exhale, squeeze the ball, lift the hips, open up. Inhale, tap the hips. Exhale, float the legs. Now I want you to come back to that bridge position and we're going to hold it. Feet lower. Exhale, lift the hips. Ribs are knitting together. Heels are driving down into the mat to start to squeeze in on the ball. Go squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. So yes, your seat, your hamstrings, your glutes, they're going to be activated here. But really focus on the inner thighs working. So hugging in on the ball. Drawing the inner thighs in and up, keeping the upper body soft. 8 more squeezes. 8, 6, go 4, 3, 2, hold the squeeze, big breath in. Exhale. Now inhale, lower the hips down. On your exhale, squeeze the ball, float the legs up, tabletop, hold them there. Now keeping the knees over the hips, keeping the ball squeezing, bring the hands back behind the neck. Behind the base of the skull, I should really say. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze the ball, curl head, neck, and shoulders up. Inhale, lower down, keep going like that. Exhale, squeeze the ball, curl up. Inhale, lower. So feet and legs are at a tabletop position. But at any point, if you feel like your hip flexors are just too crunchy, too much, you can always bring your feet down to the mat here, okay? The main goal is that we're squeezing the ball, engaging the inner thighs, and then curling head, neck, and shoulders up. Sides of the waist are wrapping in and down. Pubic bone is drawing up towards your belly button. 3 more. 2 more. Last time. I want you to hold that curl up. Start to squeeze in on the ball. Go squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Your hands are supporting you so your neck can be nice and long here. We are not going to do the whole series with the head and shoulders lifted, okay? So you will get a little break for the neck. 8 more, go 8. Feel the low belly pulling down to the mat. You're here for 4, 3. Hold the squeeze in on the ball. Just curl the heart. Little up, little up, little up. So ribs are knitting in and down. Heart is curling towards your thighs. 8 more here, go 8. Head will come down to the mat. Legs will stay in 4, 3, 2. Keep the legs where they are. Just lower head, neck, shoulders down. Let your arms come to rest at your side. Now arms stay resting at your side. As you inhale, I want you to take both legs over to the left, just about 6 inches, just enough that your right hip hovers off of the mat. And as you exhale, use your right side obliques, pull the knees back to center. Stay to the left. Inhale, knees travel towards the left, 6 inches to maybe a foot. Exhale, pull them back to center. Keep going like that. Really focusing here on the right side obliques. So the obliques are the muscles that allow you to twist and rotate through your spine. So imagine your left bottom rib wrapping towards your right hip bone, and your right bottom rib wrapping towards your left hip bone. So that X shape position, as you pull the knees back to center, cinch that X shape a little bit tighter. Inhale over. Exhale, pull it back to center. 3 more times. 2 more. Keep your head and heavy down into the mat. Last time over. Pull it back. Now take both legs all the way up and over so they come into a twist position, letting your left knee fall all the way down to the mat. The ball stays in between your thighs. Just let your feet rest together. Interlace your hands behind your head. Take an inhale. And as you exhale, curl up. Hold it there. Feel the right side obliques fire up. Feel the back of the neck nice and long, and to start to curl up 1 inch. Little up, little curl, little lift, little lift. You've got it. Curl and curl. Try to feel your left shoulder blade coming off the mat. Go up and up. Squeezing the ball between the thighs. Go 16, 15. Really firing the right side obliques here. Keep breathing. 8 more. Go 8. You're here for 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2. Stay right there. Inhale. Exhale. Maybe send the arms forward. Maybe curl up a little bit higher as you feel the right side obliques wrapping in and down. Hold here for 4, 3, 2. Lay the head and shoulders back on the mat. Take an inhale, bringing the arms to the side. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Right side obliques, pull the knees all the way back to center. And here you are ready to start the second side. Inhale, both knees over to the right, just about 6 inches to a foot. Exhale, pull the knees back to center using the left side obliques. As you inhale the knees over to the right, your left hip can come off of the mat. As you pull the knees back to center, the left hip comes back down to the mat as the left side obliques really fire up. So I do not want you to worry about your range of motion here at all, okay? Small is not bad in this position. I want you to think about keeping the shoulders, the face, the neck soft, and really firing up the left side obliques as you draw the knees back into center. Inhale the knees over. Exhale them back. Now you might notice as you get farther along, your knees start to creep a little bit closer in toward your face. Try to keep the knees stacked over the hips as much as possible. So we're asking a little bit more out of the low belly and the deep core here. 3 more times. Inhale over. Exhale, pull them back, squeezing the ball. 2 more. Last time. Now this time, let the knees fall all the way over, so right knee comes down to the mat. Let your feet just rest together. Interlace your hands behind the head. Take an inhale. Exhale, curl up. Left side obliques are firing up here. Take little curls up with the heart. Little up, little up, little lift, little lift. Think about your right shoulder blade trying to get off of the mat here. Let your head rest back into your hands so the neck is nice and soft. Front of the throat is open. Really focusing on the left side obliques. Wrapping the left bottom rib towards the right hip bone. Little up, little up, little lift, little lift. You're here for 16. Relax the shoulders, 12. We'll hold it. After 8 more, go 8, go 6. Here for 4, 3, 2. Stay right there. Inhale. Exhale, maybe reach the arms forward. Trying to curl up a little bit higher. Wrapping the left side obliques in and down. Hold here for 4, 3, 2. Rest back on the mat. Take a big inhale. Exhale, squeeze the ball. Left side obliques, pull the knees back to center. You're almost done with this series, I promise. Inner thighs squeezing on the ball. Hands are gonna interlace back behind the base of the skull. Take a big breath in. As you exhale, squeeze the ball. Curl head, neck, and shoulders up and extend the legs out towards straight. Inhale, bend the knees, rest the head back on the mat. Exhale, curl it up, squeeze the ball. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last time. I want you to hold the up. Just squeeze in on the ball. Go squeeze and squeeze and squeeze and squeeze. Low belly is pulling down. Sides of the waist are wrapping in. Ribs are knitting together. Back of the neck is nice and soft. Squeeze here for 8, 7, 6. We're going to hold it in 4, 3, 2. Here's the hold. Maybe reach the arms forward. Squeeze in on the ball. Take a big breath in. Exhale, curl even higher, trying to pop the ball between the thighs. Hold right here, 4, 3, curl up a little bit higher, 2, lay back, pull the knees to the chest, take the ball out. We're gonna roll over onto our left side. So I want you to come onto your left side, bend the left elbow, and let your left arm just cradle your head here. Now take the ball out in front of you, bend your top right leg, and rest your right knee on the ball, just letting the foot come down to the floor so it's out of your way. We want to align ourselves, foot to the hip, to the ribs, to the shoulders, to the head, one long line. Okay, bringing the focus to the left inner thigh here. I want you to extend the left leg as straight as you can and start to float it up to a hover and tap it right back down. You've got it. Left leg lift and left leg lower. Now feel free to adjust your alignment here to find the position that is most comfortable for you in the upper body. So we want our shoulders and our hips stacked. We want to relax the bottom left shoulder down. And you want to try to find as neutral of a spine as possible. So that's why I like to bend the elbow to rest the head, because it allows me to keep my cervical spine, the top part of the spine, nice and neutral here. The left leg is in parallel. So the inner thigh and the inner foot are both pointing up to the ceiling. 4 more like that. Lift and lower. 3 more. Last 2. Now I want you to hold the lift of the left leg and just trace a little circle with those left toes. Teeny tiny little circle, so nothing else is moving here, just the left leg, which has to be pretty small in order to keep the rest of the body still. And that's fine. Small is not a bad thing. Go 4, 3, 2, reverse, go the other way, little circles. Relax your shoulders. And keep thinking about how active your abdominals need to be here in order to keep the length and the neutrality of your spine. Go 4, 3, 2, hold the left leg at a hover, take a little bend stretch, the left knee, bend stretch, bend reach, little bend stretch. So it's like a tiny little kick. You're softening the left knee, and then you're squeezing the left thigh to extend it straight. Go to bend stretch and bend reach, bend stretch. You're here for 8, things will change in 6. You're here for 4, 3, 2, keep the left leg straight, inhale. As you exhale, take the ball out and bring your right leg out to meet your left, so legs are together. I want you to take the ball out in front of you and press your right hand into the ball to help get a little bit more stability. Again, hips are stacked, Shoulders are stacked. From here, both legs tap the mat, both legs lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. So legs are in parallel. So the big toes and the instep of the foot should be touching each other. So as you lift the legs, you've got like this little rubbing motion of your feet. That's totally fine, okay? In fact, that's what you want. So as you lift both legs up, press down into the ball with the right palm and continue to think about how long you can be through the sides of the waist. So we're not collapsing down into the left side of the body. Use your exhale to wrap the abdominals in and up. 3 more. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, legs lift. 2 more. Inhale, down. Exhale, lift. Last time, tap the legs. Lift. Now I want you to tap the legs down and pause right there. Extend the left arm straight, letting your head rest down on the bicep. Now on your next exhale, not only are you going to lift the legs, but I want you to push into the ball and also lift the torso. Inhale here. Exhale, press into the left palm. Lift up this long U-shaped position. You're pushing down into the ball. Inhale, everything releases down to the mat. Exhale, everything lift. Inhale, everything lower. So obliques are working. Left inner thigh is working. Shoulders are working. So you're hovering the left elbow off the mat, pushing down into the left palm. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. 3 more like that. 2 more. Last time I want you to hold the up and just breathe here. Relax the face, relax the shoulders, squeeze the inner thighs towards each other. Inhale. Exhale 2 more times. Breathe in. And out. You've got this. Last breath in. Last breath out. Hold it. And then inhale, release down. Woo. Flip over onto the belly. Press back. Child's pose or close. Big toes together. Knees wide. Walk the arms forward. And melt the forehead down. Taking a moment here. Noticing how much more exhausted the left inner thigh is than the right. Maybe you want to sway the hips or the upper body to just kind of release a little bit. Big breath in and out. Walk yourself up to seated. We're going to swing our legs around, coming to the other side. We will come to lay on the right side of the body, bringing the ball with us. So I like to start with my right elbow bent and my head resting down on the bicep, but if you prefer the arm long from go, that's totally fine. Bend the top left knee, rest it on your ball. If I can keep my ball in check, there we go. And I just like to keep my left foot just resting down onto the mat. We're really just trying to get the leg out of the way here. Shoulders stack, hips stack, and then from here, the right leg is nice and long. You exhale, lift it up to a long low hover. Inhale, tap it down. Exhale, you lift. Inhale, you lower. Keep going just like that. Your right foot can be flexed or pointed. It's really up to you, whatever feels better in your body. Making sure the right leg is staying in parallel. So the inner thigh, the inside line of the foot, all of that is pointing up towards the ceiling here. And then try to stay really long through both sides of the waist. So even though your right leg is lifting, we're not shifting the alignment of our pelvis and smushing the right side of our waist down into the mat. Keep lifting up to the right side obliques. And then keep elongating through both sides of the waist. So the hips aren't moving here. It's the right leg that just lifts to a hover and lowers. 4 more times. 3 more. 2. Keep the right leg lifted. Trace those little circles. Does not matter the direction. We're going to go both ways. Thinking about how small this needs to be in order to keep the rest of the body still. And that's totally fine. I'm hoping you're feeling a lot of heat into your inner thighs. I am, for sure. Keep thinking about extending the right leg as long as you can. You're here for 4, 3, 2, switch, circle the other direction. Right toes are reaching long here. Right inner thigh is still pointing up towards the sky. Relax your shoulders. Relax your face. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Hold the right leg still. Take the tiny bend in the right knee and extend the right leg straight. That's a little bend stretch, bend kick, bend stretch. bend kick. You've got like the tiniest little kick. So a little softening of the right knee, and then you squeeze the right thigh to extend the right leg as straight as possible. Continue to stack the shoulders, stack the hips, try to find softness and length through the upper body. You're here for 16, 15, and then things will change. We'll get the top leg involved. 8 more kicks right here. Go 8, go 6, here for 4, 3, 2, keep the right leg straight, inhale. As you exhale, find your balance. Take the ball out, roll it out in front of you, pressing the left palm into it, and extend the left leg out to meet the right. Both legs are lifted to this hover position. Both legs are in parallel. Inhale, tap both legs down to the mat. Exhale, lift to a hover. Inhale, tap. Exhale, lift. So again, the feet are pointing toward me. The inside of the feet are pointing towards each other. So legs are in parallel, which means the range of motion here is going to be really, really small. As you lift the legs up, the feet are going to kind of rub past each other. And then as you lower, they're going to rub the other direction. But notice as you lift the legs, use your exhale to also lift up through the right side obliques. Pushing down into the ball as a little reminder to really engage the abdominals. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last 1. Keep the legs down. Pause here. Extend the right arm out straight, pressing the right palm down into the floor. Left palm is pushing into the ball. Arms and upper body, legs and upper body are both gonna lift. Inhale. Exhale, push into the right palm. Lift the legs, lift the torso, long, low U shape. Inhale, lower down. Exhale up. Inhale, lower. So try not to let the hips roll forward. Hips are staying stacked. And we're finding the obliques on the left side really working deeply here to lift you up as you push into the ball. Inhale, lower. 4 more. 3 more. Last 2. Last one, we're going to hold it up for 3 breaths. Here we go. Exhale up. Hold it. 3 breaths. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. You've got this. Squeeze the thighs together. Inhale. Exhale. Last inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then inhale, lower down. Flip over onto the belly. 1 more time. Child's pose. Big toes together. Knees wide. Whew. Rest your seat on your heels. You are almost done with class. We have 1 short section to finish. Just centering off and making ourselves nice and even. Take a big breath here in this child's pose. And let it go. Rock yourself up on all 4s. Grab the ball 1 more time. Bring it in between the inner thighs here. And again, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. All 4s position, tucking the toes. We're going to finish with a quick bear plank series. So I want you to walk your legs close enough that you are actively squeezing in on the ball. Take an inhale here. As you exhale, you're going to squeeze the ball. You're going to wrap the abdominals in and you're going to hover the knees to a bear plank position. Now hold that bear plank position. Shoulder blades are drawing down the back. Front low ribs are knitting in and up. The seat is soft and we're squeezing the ball in. Press the back of the head up to the sky, nice and open across the throat. We're just holding right here. Big breath in. Squeeze the ball as you exhale. Hold and breathe for 4, 3, 2, tap the knees down, take a moment. Inhale right here. As you exhale again, squeeze the ball. Lift the abdominals, hover the knees, come back to that bear plank position. This time just squeeze in on the ball. Go squeeze and squeeze, squeeze and squeeze. We're drawing the thighs towards one another. We're keeping the spine nice and long. We're in this neutral position. Draw the thumbs in towards each other and really broaden across the collarbones here. Squeeze in for 8, 7, 6, 5. You're here for 4, 3. Hold the squeeze on the ball. Pause right there. Inhale. As you exhale, try to pop the ball between the inner thighs. Really reach the crown of the head forward, lift up through the abdominals, and hold right here. This is it, this is class. 8, squeeze the ball. 7, you're here for 6. Can you get a little bit longer through the spine? Hold for 4, squeeze the ball, it's 3. Here for 2, whoo, tap the knees, untuck the toes, take the ball out, and one more time, child's pose, but this time maybe take your knees even wider so you get a bigger stretch for the inner thighs. Amazing work today. Big inhale, and a big exhale. Again, breathe it in, and let it go. Walk yourself up to a seated position. We're going to swing our legs in front of us. We're going to plant the hands behind us, take the feet as wide as the mat, and just like you started class, little windshield wiper motion of the legs from side to side, releasing through the hips, through the inner thighs. If one place feels extra sticky, feel free to just stay there and breathe into it. Then meet me at center. Bring the soles of the feet together, finding a butterfly position. Before we come into a stretch, grab a hold of the feet, lift the heart, lift the chest, find a little bit of a cow pose here. And then as you exhale, round the spine, getting a little bit of a cat pose, pulling off of the feet. One more time. Inhale, cow pose. Exhale, cat. And then find a neutral spine. And then from there, hinge forward, coming into your butterfly stretch. Feel free to round the spine once you reach your max point if that feels good for you. Melting the chin down to the chest and just soften here. Nice passive fold. We'll take 3 big breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Breathe in. And out. Last time, inhale. Exhale. Slowly, using your hands to walk yourself back up into a seated position. Come to any comfortable position for you. Inhale to reach the arms up to the sky. Exhale, let it go. And that is your class for today. Amazing work. I hope you're feeling really strong. I'll be back next week with a brand new barre-inspired class. If you've not already, make sure you subscribe and like, comment. All of those things help me out so much, and I love hearing what you want to see more of. So please don't be afraid to tell me that. I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day, and I'll see you back here on the mat next week.